Straight Talk with your host Reggie B. Come on, let's all join in. Free your voice, it's your choice, all right here. Oh, Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, this is Amber, and it's that time of the week with your favorite host, Reggie, right here on Simply Straight Talk. Today's show is being brought to you from High Point, North Carolina, and you are going to love today's show as Reggie is going to list some of his favorite up-and-coming singers in the music industry. These independent artists are making moves and full of talent. Are you ready? Then let the show begin. Take it away, Reggie.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Simply Straight Talk. Today, I am going to be telling you about some wonderful, super talented artists that you should be looking out for. You definitely need to add them to your playlist. And I'm telling you this because this is not just a bunch of names I pulled up in a whim. Last year, I announced that I was going to actually start looking at some of the independent artists, some new, some old, and really try to pull some names for you guys to give you an idea of some artists who are not only coming around just because of beats or melodies. These are artists that demonstrate a pure talent for the gift of music. They understand, they have a passion for music, and they truly want to share that with you. Now, the artists that I'm going to be listing today and going over, this is not based off of record sales. This is not based off of fame and fortune. This is based off of talent. This is based off of skills, creativity. These are people who truly embrace the art of music, and I want to share them with you. Now, understand this. I'm not getting anything for this. I get nothing for this. I just love music. I love writing music, but also I really love sharing the appreciation of other people's gifts because music is something that speaks to everybody. It's a universal language. It's something everybody can understand. From classical to jazz to pop to musical to theater, it's all a form of a language that speaks to everybody. Whether you're sad and you're going through something, whether you're happy, whether you're in love, whether you just went through a breakup, it all speaks to you. Hopefully you got the happy and love thing going right now. But you know what? There's a song for everything that's going to encourage you. Like I said, gospel, blues, bluegrass. There's all types of music. And we each have our own form of music that we find appealing, that really speaks to us. But each of these artists is going to cover different genres. So without further ado, why don't we jump right in it? And I want to start off with PJ Kingpin Wilson. Now, he is a Canadian recording artist. Okay, now PJ Wilson was selected for the grand prize winner of the 91.5 Beat Rhythm of the Future Talent Search Contest. Okay, now he's deeply inspired by his father who sang in the choir and from listening to his parents' vinyl albums. So this man has been exposed to a culture of music, and it shows, it reflects in his music. You know, as I was reviewing his songs, 3 of them, he had a lot of songs that really, I was like, wow, this man has some talent. I like his vocals. I like his vocal range. And I really like, he's got that R&B modern feel, but he has a little bit of that old school flavor with it. So, the song Real Love, I was really feeling that song. He had another song called Perfect Guy, and he has a song called Keep It Moving. Now, this is not the entire playlist from his record categories, but this man, I'm telling you, he can sing. He really does has a voice that will kind of get you caught up in that R&B move. You know what I mean? Because like I said, music speaks to everybody. And I really love the fact that when he sings, there's just something inspirational about his songs because he sings about being in love, but he also can sing about being hurt. He can sing about being that strong guy, but he can also let you know that it's about being that kind guy, but without sounding weak, because a lot of music today just can't really capture that without taking down the male or taking down the female. So it's nice to hear an artist that can actually sing from a male perspective in love and for a male perspective in heartache. So this guy, he really is bringing it. He really is bringing it. And I was really impressed, as I sat back and I just started listening to his songs, you're really going to start tapping your toes. You're going to find yourself like, you listen to a song, your head start bobbing. You start tapping on the couch. That's what I was doing. That's what I like is when the beat and the rhythm kind of captures you, then all of a sudden the vocals, when you hear the lyrics, it's something that just really grasps you. And PJ Kingpin Wilson, keep doing your thing, man. Next we got on the list is Miss Coco Scott. Now, this is a little special right here because you know what? As I look at each artist, I begin to go back and kind of look at give me a little bit of background on the artist. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can hear a person through their music, and sometimes a person's music will tell you more about them than they will. And I really feel like Miss Coco Scott did that. Now, here's a little background on Miss Coco Scott, a little bit of her bio. Coco Scott turned in her day job. Okay, I guess she worked at a Porsche company and she got her own recording studio. And that's where she started a whole new way of life. So, in a secluded beach, she began her own music career from scratch. And that's something that's tough. When you leave something to go do something, that shows you that she has a passion for music, And then as I was reading her bio, it was talking about some of the difficult circumstances she grew up with. An abusive father. She later found herself in a toxic relationship with someone who would later become a stalker. But you know what? That didn't stop her. That did not stop Coco Scott. Because over the span of 8 months now, she wrote, arranged, produced, and recorded and published each of her own demos for a whole album. She taught herself to play the piano. That's amazing. That's amazing. When you hear, these are the type of stories that speak power, that speak courage, that speak heart. Because this is somebody who could have simply gave in to her situations and gave up on her life. But no, she actually overcame her past. She overcame everything that was against her. And she did something with herself. She did something with her life. This is a lady that stepped out and took a chance. And you know what? It paid off. And the world is so much better because you know what? We now have her voice in music. I had to throw that in there because, when you hear somebody in their past, and a lot of people, unfortunately don't recover from their past, this is a lady that has recovered and stepped out. She took initiative to be more than what anybody probably thought she could be. That's me speaking. So for Miss Coco Scott, I got to say this. Thank you for being strong and thank you for stepping out and taking over the world with your music. Love you for that. Now, when I started listening to Miss Coco Scott songs, I'm telling you right now, I really found myself relaxed, man, because she does have a few vocal ranges. But the song, I'm Leaving You, Smolder, and Obsession, man, nice songs. She has this airy, peaceful voice that sort of comes out when she sings. It's something that sort of puts you in a trance and just relaxes you. And I really love the piano medleys that goes behind her songs. So she is truly amazing. I mean, amazing. Now, when you see Smolder, she also has a mini magazine as well. So this lady is doing things outside of music. But to her music, she is a talent to watch for. She is definitely skilled. And like I said, just listening to her music, it's the type of music that you sit back and you just relax to. It makes you slow down. It makes you just really think and pause about life. But you know what? It's a good feeling with her music. Something that you don't find very often today in her style of singing. And I really appreciated that, because I find myself just going from one song to the next song. So when I started listening to I'm Leaving You, then I went to Smolder, then I went to Obsession. And I was like, wow, she really does know how to transcribe her voice through her music, and it was really nice. I mean, I was just like, okay, this is impressive, very impressive. So y'all check out Miss Coco Scott. Now, you definitely check her out because she's one that you're going to have to watch for. You cannot sleep on her. So next up, we're going to talk about Miss K.Avett. Okay? Now, I'll be honest. I accidentally stumbled across Miss K.Avett. And you know what? I am so glad I stumbled, because sometimes when you stumble in life, you stumble across a blessing and a great thing. And this woman singing is truly a blessing and a great thing. I mean, she can take you from that slow, relaxed vibe. Then she can hit that R&B soulful jazz vibe that kind of keep you going. So I really like that about her music, because she keeps your energy level at a moderate, but then she can take you up too. But she really does have a nice, clear, crisp voice. And it's amazing, amazing. Now, she has reached some notable milestones in her budding career. She was nominated for the Best Artist category by SoulTracks.com in 2015. In 2016, she reached number 4 on the Top 80 Independent chart by Digital Radio Tracker, and she performed during LA's BET weekend. In 2018, she was awarded the Indie Soul Grammy Award for Outstanding Artist by Soul Cafe Radio. So you can definitely tell that she is getting some recognition. She is definitely starting to move in her career. And this is somebody that you definitely as well want to keep a watch for. You definitely want to have her inside your music playlist. You would not be disappointed. I promise you, you would not be disappointed. Because this is somebody who knows, let me see. Now, I don't like to compare artists, and I don't really want to compare artists because people sort of get a picture of the other artist, but she's sort of her own style type voice. But it's one of those voices that's just blossoming when she sings, because she can go, like I said, from this soft, elegant voice, then she can just lift the song. I mean, she has that capability. And I just like listening to her, I was like, man, you know, I can write songs, but I cannot sing. K.Avett makes you wish that you could sing. She does. Because you're going to find yourself singing her songs. You are definitely going to find yourself singing her songs. Because there's no doubt that she's definitely a talent, and she's somebody to be reckoned with in the music industry. I mean, if she's performing in your area, she's somebody that you definitely want to see. You can't miss out on her. You just can't. Now, I want to say this about independent artists and artists that are coming up and artists that are working hard. I think you guys need to understand that, you know, these artists work hard. They work extremely hard at putting out their music. Because you guys know that one of my biggest gripes, well, two of my biggest gripes about music is a lot of the newer artists or some of the older artists who have been out for a while, who have reached that, you know, mainstream music, you know, to me, it's like sometimes they don't put their effort into it anymore because you got the digital platforms that really help them. These artists are about making good music, and they're about giving the listener the full experience of what it is to hear good music. And one thing that makes good music is good, true, live vocals. That is important. Vocals are important in music. And as an artist, you should always strive to make sure that you are giving your fan base the best. And the way you do that is by putting everything you got into your music, not just one song, but every song that you put out there for them to hear. Every song. It doesn't mean every song is going to be a hit, but what it means is you're giving your best and you're honoring your passion for the art of music. So all of the artists that I am talking about today, that is what they're about. That is what they're doing. That is what they're giving their fans. But you know what? We got to take a quick break. I want you guys to stay right here because we're going to come right back. We got more artist conversation coming on the way. And I guarantee you, these are some names and people that you don't want to miss. and you have got to check them out. Now, I am also, before I leave, I am going to put inside the description box of this show, the show notes, I will leave a link to where you can actually look up and hear these artists. But like I said, don't go away, because when we come back, we got more artists to talk about, and we got more music that I want to share with you right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, are you looking for some great music, upbeat and with a positive voice? Well, the song I Stand With You is exactly what you need. This timeless song has a pop version sung by Audrey Carmel. And a reggae version sung by General Steele, now known as Revelation.
Now I know some days you may feel blue, Lord. Trust in your greatness to see you through.
These songs are now available on iTunes and other digital platforms for download. Don't miss out. Get your copy today.
Give life your best, and I know.
We're back with the conversation starter and the voice that works harder. Your host, Reggie.
Welcome back, everybody, right here on Simply Straight Talk. Today's show, we are talking about artists that you need to look out for, artists that you need to have in your playlist. If you're a lover of music, you're going to love these guys and girls. So next up is Mr. Tre Williams. Now, Tre Williams was raised in Daytona Beach, Florida. And after appearing on Amateur Night at the Apollo in 2001, he was invited to sing on the title track of Petey Pablo's album, Diary of a Sinner. Now, when you talk about soul, when you talking about blues, you got to mention Tre Williams. You have to mention Tre Williams. You know, because when you think about his song, 3 Rounds, Caught in the Middle, now these were off of the Chocolate Soul album. But you can't forget Make You a Believer. You know, when I heard this song, man, when I heard this man sing, I was like, wow. Tre Williams takes you back. He takes you back when music was just pure. When artists just had that pure voice, you know, he got that voice that just makes you sit down and just be like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's the type of soul he brings to it. And you can tell that when he sings a song, he really is putting his soul into it. And I love the way he makes his deliveries on his song. Even when he's giving a belt or when he's doing a power note, you hear it. You hear the soul come from it. All of his lyrics, they come with that soulfulness, something that's almost a lost art because many artists can't do it. They confuse yelling and loud singing with being soulful. And that's just not the case. And Tre Williams is a perfect example for anybody out there who's looking at how to put soul into a music, that true soul sound. He brings it. He brings it, and he brings it full speed. But I'm telling you right now, you definitely need to check him out, okay? Now, of his song, I'm kind of tired between because 3 Rounds, I love that song. I'm telling you right now, I love the song 3 Rounds. I mean, the song is just, it's real. The song is real when you listen to it and you hear the words. It's something that everybody can identify with. So you got to make sure that when you listening to an artist, they're speaking to your soul. Yeah, that's Tre Williams because he truly is. He truly is. What can I say? You know, when you just got to listen to him. You got to listen to Tre Williams. Now, this man has performed with Nas. He's performed with other artists as well. So he's not new to the game. So he's got that experience and he's got the talent. This is a man that really knows what he's doing when he steps behind a microphone. He knows how to embrace the crowd. He knows how to use the lyrics for the words of the song. So y'all definitely check out Tre Williams now because, like I said, this is somebody you don't want to pass up. And for those of you who really are trying to get that vibe of what music was like and bring it to the modern day era, Tre Williams, I'm telling you, This is a man that can step behind the microphone with any artist today and still sing. That's what he does. That's how he brings it. So check him out. Tre Williams. Don't forget the name. All right, next up, we got Lisa Mitz. Now, Lisa Mitz is a Christian gospel singer, okay? And you know what? You're going to love her music. You're going to love it, okay? Because Lisa Mitz started with the piano at the age of 6. She studied as a music major all the way through college. She didn't want to become a classical pianist, so she switched her music to journalism and communication with a minor in music. And she revisited her music background and began to write songs on both the piano and guitar. So that alone shows you that she's serious about what she's doing. She's passionate about her craft. Now, she's a singer-songwriter artist and worship leader. Her and her husband, David, founded the One New Man Ministry and the One New Man Healing Center. Her newest release, Heart Songs, is her first all-instrumental project highlighting her classical piano training with 10 original compositions. And did I check it out? Yes, I did. Was it worth it? Absolutely. This is what you call versatility. Versatility. That is what makes an artist long-lasting and what makes an artist able to withstand over time. Lisa Mitz is it. She's it. I mean, when I was listening to her songs, I was like, wow. So I'm listening to her vocal songs at first. Then once I got past the vocals, then it was like, okay, she has some little instrumental going on here. So it was like, you can see the talent in her. She's not without talent at all. This is a very talented lady. She understands music. She understands the properties of music. So listening to her, she's encouraging. She's inspirational. Her music will just give you this peaceful, healing feeling as you're listening to it. So make sure you check out Lisa Mitz, okay? Definitely check her out. And I'm telling you right now, if you're going to work in the morning and you want some motivation, if you just feel like you need that inspiration, even if you just want to hear something that's going to inspire you, Lisa Mitz. Now, the songs that I like from her category, Waiting for You. Oh, I love that song. My Heart Burns. Humble Yourself. Now, Humble Yourself, I think I probably played that over and over, and I never get tired of it because I love the way she's able to carry her voice through the songs. And you can tell when the songs are when she's inspired by a moment in her songs, it just comes out in the lyrics. So that is I'm getting excited talking about it. I may have to play that song as soon as I'm done with this show. But you know what? She's absolutely amazing. So you definitely want to check out Lisa Mitz, okay? Definitely. You want to check her out because you got to understand something. An artist like this is not only just inspiring to everybody else, but she's inspiring to the world. She's giving something that makes the world better. And we need more music like this. We need more inspiration like this. So thank you, Lisa. Please do not stop what you're doing because you are definitely a big part of today's music. Next up, we're going to talk about Miss Shimmer Johnson. Now, let me tell you something about Miss Shimmer Johnson. Now, I don't have much background on her, but I tell you what I do have. Is that this lady's ability to just vocally transition from a low key to a high key. I mean, she's absolutely amazing. And the fact that she can do it so smoothly, that's what I love. Now, in listening to her music, it sounds like she's singing directly to you. It doesn't sound like she's in a studio or performing in front of a mic. It sounds like she's standing right there singing to you. It sounds like it's personal, like she's exposing her heart to you. That's how her songs come across. When I listen to her, and you would listen to her too, you got to check her out. It's just something about the way her lyrics are comprised that she's telling a story, but the story is so lifelike because of her vocal abilities. And that's amazing. That's to me, is what brings a song to life. When you have great lyrics with a great voice, and she does that. She does that so extremely well. So if you go to her website, which I'm going to drop the links down below, make sure you check it out and you go and give her a listen because you're going to love it. You're absolutely going to love it. That is Miss Shimmer Johnson, okay? She's amazing. Like I said, and the songs that I chose from her was Pride, Thunder, and Don't Break Me. I like a lot of her songs, but those 3 songs really just took me over. It was just like, I just felt like I just went somewhere else in thought, just listening to the words, because it makes you reflect. On something that maybe happened in your life or something that's going on or somebody else. And that's powerful in a song. When music can do that, that speaks volumes about the person who's singing that song. So much credit and respect to Shimmer Johnson. Make sure you check her out. And like I said, I'm going to put her link information down below. Now, the next artist I'm going to talk about is not new at all to me. Now, I'm talking about Miss Julia Ludgate. Yes. She's an indie pop singer and songwriter. In 2017, she was selected as a semifinalist in the International Songwriting Competition. She was also featured in an 8-week TV series shown on Showbiz TV. And after reaching the final in the National Songwriting Competition, the 10 Pally Alley, I bet you I cannot say that 3 times, founded by Mark Reed, she also holds the LCM Certificate of Proficiency in Popular Music Vocals and ABRSM grades in piano. She's amazing. Listen, one thing I love about singers is power. I love a vocalist that can use the power of their voice. And a power singer, to me, can just lift any song. They can wake up a crowd. That is Julia Ludgate. She has this amazingly smooth and very transcending voice, but yet she can deliver a powerful moment in her songs. And it's like you don't expect it, but when it comes, it just blows you away. It truly blows you away. And the more I listen to her songs, it's like the more I just want to hear more. I want to hear more. One thing I've always said about Julia, and I wrote this in an article that I did on my blog site, was the fact that she is one of those singers that's not limited to one genre of music. Honestly, she's not. Because she can go from pop, I think she can sing country, she can sing rock. She just has that type of voice where there is no limitations on her. She's open to any genre. Her voice just has that capability. So when you listen to her, you just can't help but to feel like, wow, man, you're just hearing it, hearing her songs. Now, songs I picked from her are Still Into You, which I still play today. I love that song. Nothing Gained, and Fighter. Fighter is one of those songs that's just going to make you feel empowered. If you feel like giving up, listen to her song Fighter. She is just, there's no really words to describe her, no real words to describe her in just one word, because she does so much with her voice. She's that type of singer that's rare, that can actually just float to different genres and be successful. I'm sorry, that's my feelings. You want to find out? Check her out. Like I said, once again, her information is going to be linked down below.
We'll be back with your host, Reggie, on Simply Straight Talk.
Right, Simply Straight Talk family. We want to return the love you have shown us back to you. Reggie will be giving away great prizes during certain Simply Straight Talk podcast shows, so make sure you subscribe and listen to the show for your chance to win. Just imagine being able to take 4 people to the movies, a free night in a hotel, a gift card with cash for a restaurant, or one of our Simply Straight Talk podcast shirts. There will be other prizes as well. For more information, visit our website at www.rmviaging.com and click on Simply Straight Talk podcast in the menu.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Simply Straight Talk. We're in the final flow of the show, and you know what? We're down to two more of my favorite artists that I want to tell you about that you need to add into your show list. And we're going to kick it off with my main man, Tone G. Now, Tone G comes to us by way of Florida, all right? Now, reggae style music, the man has a lot of energy, and you know what? I love it because this guy is all about positive vibes. This guy is all about eating healthy. He's all about being encouraged and motivated. He recognizes the Most High. When you talk about Tone G, you're talking about a guy who knows how to let the lyrics flow. When he's performing, it's full of energy. It's full of life. You know, he has recently done a couple shows and he actually posts parts of his shows on Instagram. And when you watch this man perform, you're like, wow, he gives it his all. He puts everything into it. And you know what? I love his song, Pick Up the Phone. Now, he has also done collaborations like Till Morning, okay, with Makey featuring Tone G Music. So this guy is what you want to hear. He is somebody that you're going to be inspired by. You're going to be motivated by. You know, I remember listening to his music, but I also like what he does outside of music. Because when the hurricanes hit Miami, this man was on Instagram showing videos of him walking around the neighborhood. You know, I see videos of him going into the stores and talking about eating fruit and eating healthy. And he always has a positive message. And this is always displayed in his music. You know, Tone G is one of those rare guys, man, that you see and know he's working hard. He's giving everything he got. He believes in his dream. He's pursuing his dream. And this man cares. Not only does he care about his music, he cares about the community and he cares about you. And it shows. He recognizes and appreciates everybody that supports him. Because you know what? This man is well worth supporting. So definitely check out Tone G, okay? And don't forget to pick up his song, Pick Up the Phone. The man has a lot of talent. And I'm going to put a link down below in the show notes so you can also check him out as well. Because, you know, when you got somebody who's working like this, doing everything they can, he's giving you behind the scenes looks of him in the studios, behind the scenes in his personal life, and just giving you that morning vibe. This man is working. He's grinding. He's on his grind. So check out Tone G Music, okay? And don't forget, Pick Up the Phone. Latest single is hot, is nice. The man is bringing it. He's got a real nice flow. And you know what I love, though? When he's actually giving some of his motivational morning messages or his evening or afternoon messages, the man would just turn it into a song. And you know what? It sounds good. You can't help but to smile. All you want to do is pick up the phone. I can't sing. Tone G can sing now. He can do it. I can't do it. But Tone G, much respect to you, bruh. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm always going to be a supporter and fan of your music, man. I really appreciate you. I'm always going to show you love. Now, next up is the one and only Tzeitel Abrego. When you hear this woman sing, it is going to put you in a trance. Now, she is so humble, okay? She is very humble. She hears this, she's like, oh, no. Yes, she does. She has that type of angelic voice that moves you, that makes you smile, that lifts you. Her voice tells a story, and she's another one of those singers, man, that just brings the words to life. Now, when you see her, you're probably going to say, where is all that power coming from? Because vocally, there are very few people that I will actually say in life is a vocalist, okay? Patti LaBelle is a vocalist. Gerald Levert, vocalist. Prince, vocalist. Okay, Celine Dion, vocalist. So there are very few people that I actually put in that category because a lot of people sing, but they're not vocalists. And that's no knock against anybody. But there are some people who are just elevated vocally that is just amazing. And Tzeitel Abrego, she's up there. When you talk about Mariah Carey, Patti LaBelle, Gerald Levert, she has that voice. She has the octave. She got the range. She's got the power. She has that angelic voice that just makes you just sit back, close your eyes. And when she stops singing, you pause a second. Then when you open your eyes, you're like, okay, why did she stop singing? It's a song over. Sing it again. That's what Tzeitel Abrego brings to the music she sings. Now, she is a Canadian singer. She's been singing since the age of 8. She's fluent in English, Spanish, and French. She's educated in Italian and German. And yes, she can sing in Spanish, French, and I've heard her sing in Italian. So she is absolutely amazing. Her vocal skills, her ability to sing in different languages, and is so fluent when she does it. There is no pauses. There's no hesitations. There's no doubt in her voice when she sings in another language. It's just like she's singing in English. And it's that same angelic, beautiful voice that just captivates you when you hear her singing. She's absolutely amazing. A couple of songs that I heard her cover are Rice, Ice Queen, and Ties at a Time. Now, when I heard her cover these songs, I was like, okay, let me hear, take a listen. And I was blown away. Absolutely blown away. Especially when she sings Ice Queen. She just has this just majestic spell on her voice that just makes you sit there captivated. So she is an amazing singer. She's got amazing vocal ranges, a very crisp, clear, well-sounded voice. I mean, it's absolutely amazing. She also plays the piano very well. So it definitely contributes to her music. I mean, she is amazing. So definitely check out Tzeitel Abrego. Okay. And I will throw a little note out. Yes, she did sing a song that I wrote. I'm telling you right now, the way she sung the song, I didn't even need the backing track. All I needed was just her voice, because when she sent me the vocals, and then I got the vocals laid over the track, and I was really like, what do I need to track for? Her singing this a cappella is doggone amazing. And I was just stuck on that. So she's an amazing singer. Absolutely amazing. So I love working with her. I'm sure anybody would love working with her. She's a singer. She's an actress. She's a songwriter. She is amazing. So definitely check her out. I mean, especially if you're interested in the theater versions and musicals, she's amazing. She brings it from all aspects of the table. So much respect, much love and appreciation to Tzeitel Abrego. Keep doing the amazing work you're doing, and don't stop doing what you're doing. Now, I would like to ask that everybody support Tzeitel, because she has a Patreon page, which I'm going to post that down below. She makes some great videos that she contributes back for those who support her. So make sure you check her out. Okay? Thank you for joining us today. I hope everybody enjoyed this show. And like I said, all of the artists I mentioned today, they were in no particular order. These are just artists that I have been watching and I have been listening to. And I just found to me that they stood out with their talent, with their voices, with their skills. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. So please, Lisa Mitz, Tzeitel Abrego, Tone G, Shimmer Johnson, Tre Williams, PJ, Kingpin Wilson, check them all out. Coco Scott, make sure you check them out. Okay, Julia Ludgate. Check these guys out. They're amazing. They're great singers. Hey, thank you for joining us. And thank you so much for making our show a hit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And don't forget, we are doing giveaways as my form of appreciation. You don't have to sign up. All you got to do is subscribe on the website and you can win any of those prizes. This is my way of saying thank you. And I want to give something back to you other than you hearing my voice. I hope you don't get tired of it, because I never get tired of talking to you guys. Hey, thanks a lot. And you know what? I'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to today's show. Be sure to subscribe for more motivational topics based on real-life conversations, and don't forget to rate, review, and share our show so we can continue to bring you the best in real-life conversations. Join us next week right here on Simply Straight Talk.